Well, hello everybody. I thought the worst of Octember was behind me, but no. It's November 7th, 2023. Octember failed number 9. The water valve has failed in the toilet in the master bathroom. It's just barely trickling. So as we've seen in the first clip of this Octember fail, my fill valve in the master bath was not filling up very fast. It was running very slow. How did I fix it? I borrowed the valve seal out of the spare assembly I have. And it is part number 242. It cost a little over $1. So how did I replace it? It's easier to show out of the toilet, so I'm doing it like this. Need to hold the standpipe like this, grasp with the top, and twist about 1/8 of a turn. And there's the defective part. When I took it out of the original valve, it was in 2 pieces like this. That's not right. So that's no good. Let's fix it. Goes like this. And that's what it should look like installed. Now to reassemble the cap. Twist it back on the opposite way, clockwise. Counterclockwise to remove, clockwise to lock back into place. So this valve is now fixed and ready to go back into the hoard, should I ever need it. I picked up a couple of these spare just to have them on hand. So good news and bad news. I got this part fixed, which was the main issue. Let's change to full speed again. So we're good there. And the next step that happened, or the next problem, failure, that main gasket's leaking. So since this is screwed up, the standpipe, I'm going to replace all that. See, it's filling up just fine now. Shuts off no problem. Got a little drip there, so that's not good. So that'll be for another day. I'm going to be repairing that leak on the toilet today. And I got this Fluidmaster 507 AK kit that comes with all shown there. Because I do believe this gasket right here is leaking. Right in the center of the screen, just saw the water drip. We got to get that fixed. First step, turn off the water. Then give it a flush. Get as much water out this way as possible. Next, I'll remove the tank lid and put it in a safe spot out of the way. And then I'm going to use the trash can to collect the rest of the water. That's a good fit. Next I'm going to take this water supply loose and let the water drain into the trash can. And then I'll have to take the supply valve loose. And there goes the water draining, just loosening that up. Don't need to take it out all the way. And that's drained pretty well. Grab a towel and mop up any water that got by, which isn't that much, but just enough to be annoying. So next up I need to get these screws loose that are holding the tank to the bowl, as well as that nut underneath. So I got a 1/2 inch deep socket. And I'll grab the screwdriver and hold the screw and start loosening it up. And do the same thing for the other side. There's those two. And then I'll grab these. And there it is. And the other bolt. Now that should be ready to lift off. Yeah, I can see how that would probably leak. That's done. So next I'll take this off. And then disconnect the flapper. That's out. Now I'm going to clean it and I'll come back when I get it finished. So I've got the inside of the tank cleaned up now, especially where the holes go through. I want to make sure those surfaces are very clean. So here's the new part. It needs to be positioned something like that. Just a comparison of old style and new style. Look how dinky that is. We'll see if it works. I made sure the gasket's on the inside in place. It's good. And this should just be hand tightened. Make sure that's in position there. Get a little help from the hand towel. Oh yeah, I got a good 1/8 more turn with that. So that should be hand tightened enough. It is time for this gasket. There it is. Next I'll clean up this area. Looked like that had been seeping for some time. I think I'm going to have to get some acidic cleaner on that. Got a little toilet bowl cleaner on there to dissolve that hard water deposit. So I want to ensure this makes a good seal. Oh yeah, that's nice and smooth now. Don't want to touch that too long because it is acidic. Always have a fresh wipe to get that off. That should be great. Let's start assembling the bolts and all that and the gaskets. There's the correct orientation. So that's what I will do. Step 1. And that washer's next. And I'll tighten that screw. Not over tight, so I don't want to crack this. Just good and snug. Need a rubber washer. And then the metal washer, and then that's how it'll go on. Will be a bit of a challenge to show this, but do the best I can. Rubber washer, metal washer, and nut. And then I'll repeat the same thing on the other side. I cannot get the camera on that side to show that one. And then I'll just start tightening one side for a little while, and then alternate to the other side. And then I'm just snugging it until the tank does not move. Don't want to go over tight with it at all. Next, what I need to do is measure my chain. And cut that to fit. Got them pretty well laid out evenly. I'm just going to leave a little bit of excess in case I need to adjust, then take my side cutters and simply snip the chain. And probably need to save that for the hoard, of course. Get that excess removed. Go ahead and hook that back on about right there to start with. And then that just simply snaps on in place. And I usually put these in the middle hole of the flush lever. Then you want to take that slack up just a little bit. Not too much. Try that. It's got a little bit of play in it, but not too much. We'll give that a try. Definitely want that set for maximum flush. So now to hook the water back up and turn it on, see what happens. Go ahead and pour my water out. That was enough for a flush. Well, here goes nothing. Put that in place. Okay, that's the repaired valve that I showed earlier in the video. Now to look for leaks. Don't see anything. Nothing there. Dry. So this looks pretty good. Let's do a test flush. Looks pretty good there. I've got everything set for max. Looks like it's running a little bit lower than it did, but that's not going to make any difference. Seems to flush just fine. We'll go one more time. Got an additional flush out of it, so yeah, it's getting plenty of water, so that's a good thing. A little while later, all back together and looking pretty good. I got my Tidy Bowl Blue slime in there, ready to go. So if y'all remember that reference from the slime video at JK18's place, I'll go ahead and leave a link in the description to that video as well. So we'll finish cleaning up and putting this back together. So now that all is cleaned up and I've got my Tidy Bowl in there again, do one last leak test, because it'd really show up easily now being the water is blue. Not seeing anything here. Screw is dry. Come over here. That looks good. Water valve is dry. All is good once again. So hopefully, and I mean hopefully, this will be the last Octember fail of the year, because this has been a beatdown. Keeping up with all this stuff breaking. So once again, this is Octember fail number 9. Thank you for watching.